The most important principle is one that you'll be very familiar with because you understand it intuitively, and that is that children learn by doing things. They learn by experience, they learn by undertaking actions, and that's how they learn. So the methodology is designed to bring that out. So the teacher acts as a guide. The teacher directs the children to undertake it themselves. So all of our units are theme-based, and through those themes we explore, for example, birds. And if we're in a section about birds and doing a theme about birds, the teacher might bring in an egg, put it in the middle where the kids are all sitting around in the circle with the teacher, and ask the children, how strong do you think this egg is? And of course this is very exciting for the children because they can all say it's very strong, it's very weak. And in doing that process, you can see that we are subtly teaching them the scientific method. You form a hypothesis, and then the teacher says, well, how do we test how strong that egg is? And they say, all the boys say, well, take a hammer and smash it. The girls have a much more gentle approach. And then they start to pile books on the egg until, of course, it breaks. And in that you can see that they are now learning through experience. They're learning that there's no wrong answer originally, that there's a right answer once you've done an experiment and you've tested your hypothesis. So we make learning fun, we make it safe, we make it secure, and we help them to understand how to learn, which is the most important thing because it builds a foundation for lifelong learning if you know how to learn. Our primary goal and the primary result we hope that we achieve is for the children to develop a love of learning. We want those children to feel like learning is a joyous experience, but more importantly, we want them to move from just absorbing and memorizing knowledge to being able to use that knowledge, to synthesize it, and to develop more complex analyses of problems. And that's the key to all learning, is to move them up the pyramid of learning so that they can solve more and more complex problems, and they know how to do it, and that is what is happening in all the Maple Bear schools around the world. Our goal in Brazil is to bring the best of Canadian educational practices at the preschool and elementary school to the Brazil marketplace. We know the Brazilian parents are very, very anxious for their children to acquire the English language, and the best way to do that is when the children are very young. So at the preschool level, we deliver an immersion English program that is very effective in allowing the children to learn to speak the English language naturally. At the elementary school level, we move to a more bilingual format where we meet all the requirements of the Portuguese curriculum as required by the state governments, but we also teach it in a Canadian style, which is to help the children learn how to learn.